As we already know, pollution is a very serious problem in our society. In this PBL, we will explore the pollution caused by the cotton industry, since it releases a lot of chemical substances that are toxic and nocive to a person's health, especially people that live nearby these factories. Some of these substances are sodium, chlorine, and hydrogen peroxide, and we will focus on hydrogen peroxide and try to present a solution that diminishes this substance in the process and therefore help people that live around these factories being less affected by these chemicals.
In Mexico, the textile industry represents almost 8% of the total manufacturing industries. So in this project, we're focusing, as we said before, in the production of clothing industry by state, in this case, Puebla. Puebla represents the third biggest producer with the 8.5% of the national production, in difference to Mexico City, which is the first producer, with the 25.3% of the national production, according to the INEGI. Within the textile industry, there's a large amount of chemicals that are used. So if these chemicals are not used and handled with care and social responsibility, there are huge consequences and impacts in our environment and ecosystems. These consequences are presented in our project.
For the development of this project, we take as a reference a textile plant called P&T Textile. This is a Mexican company whose main activity is the spinning of different materials. One of them is cotton. This plant is located in the city of Cholula in Puebla. The area that we take as a reference for the analysis is about 1 mile around the textile plant and hosts about 32,000 of people, which means that a lot of people are directly affected by the pollution caused by this type of industry. To obtain this information, we use a website where you can select a specific area and it gives you the approximate number of inhabitants in that place. Once you get all the information, we focus on how to give a solution to this problem. And it is really important for this to work that companies, authorities, and population participate so that we can achieve our goal.
Some of the benefits of the catalyst is that the process will take from 10 to 20 minutes to complete the process, in difference to the treatment that they received in the treatment centers that took hours for this decomposition. Another thing is that the handling of this substance is secure in comparison to the other processes, and the catalyst have the characteristic to be biodegradable. In this case, we'll analyze the hydrogen peroxide impacts. Hydrogen peroxide is used in the factories as a whitening of the fibers of cotton. These treatments require the separation of the hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen, but this treatment requires a lot of investment and water consumption. That's why this process is ignored for most of the factories in Mexico. Our hypothesis is based on the use of the enzyme catalase. This catalase decompose this hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen with a low cost and a low water consumption and a low consumption of this catalase. As you can see here on the board, the reaction is the hydrogen and it is decomposed into water and oxygen after the use of the catalase. Some of the benefits that we found after this use, it can be that the secure treatment and the secure treat of the catalase by the work.
So our proposal is this: we want to move the gas from this place to this place with a pipe, and we need both places to be at 30 degrees Celsius because we found out that the vapor pressure of this gas is equal to 666 pascals. So, well, we know that PV equals nRT, and with that we isolate V to obtain the volume of the gas. Also, we know that the catalasa in a day can work with 1 ton of the pollution that it's produced. So we know that 1 day equals, well, these many seconds. And with that, if we divide the volume with the time, we obtain the flow rate. With the flow rate, we can propose a pipe or the dimension of the pipe. So the velocity that we need, or that we will have with the pipe of 0.5 of radius. Well, if we take a pipe with a diameter of 1 meter, we obtain that the velocity is 1.63 meters per second. And if we have a pipe that has half of the diameter that the another that we propose, we have a velocity of 6.51 meters per second. And with that, the catalasa can dissolve in water, producing oxygen.